Okay, seventh grade. It is English class, ready for page 29 and 30. And they're introducing to you one more kind of a pronoun. These are called indefinite pronouns. And they can either be singular or plural, and then some of them are singular or plural. If you notice in your box, they have a box there, and it says these indefinite pronouns and their number. Number means if they are one person, or in other words, everyone. That is a group of people, but it's included as one. It's like one. It's a singular pronoun. Everyone. It's not everyone here and everyone here. It's just everyone. It's a group. Plural. Several, few, both, many, others. Those are plural. And then you have singular is also like someone, everybody, nobody, each, either, neither, one, no one. There's quite a few of them there. Indefinite pronouns used as subjects must agree with their verbs. And you're going to be doing some of that here. They're going to give you a pronoun and you have to underline the correct verb. If you have a singular pronoun, you need a singular verb. If you have a plural pronoun, you need a plural verb. That is when they're used as subjects, okay? They need to agree. It says to underline the verb that agrees in number with the indefinite pronoun. Here's a clue. Singular verbs end in S. So if you've got a singular subject and you're trying to pick out the verb, remember, singular verbs end in S. Plural verbs do not. All right, let's look at some of these. The first one says no one. That is one. That's one person, no one. No one needs to ask or no one need to ask. No one is singular. Singular verbs end in S. No one needs to ask if Mr. Bunyan was a believer. Because of the way he lived, this is number 2, everyone. This is again singular. Everyone knows he was or everyone know he was. Most of the time they're going to sound correct. When you trying to pick out the verb, most of the time they're going to be sounding correctly. Few, there is plural. Few questions that he was happy or few question that he was happy in the Lord's work. Few question. This is a plural subject. You need a plural verb. You don't want one that ends in S. Number 4 says nothing, not even the threat of prison. Nothing, that's one. Nothing was able or were able to dampen his enthusiasm. Nothing was able. All right, you guys can do the rest of that section. Let's go down to number 10. An indefinite pronoun functions as an adjective when it immediately precedes a noun. So if you've got an indefinite pronoun and it comes directly in front of a noun, it's functioning as an adjective. On the blank, indicate whether they function as a pronoun or an adjective. All right, so you're going to have to find your pronoun and then decide, is this an adjective or is it just a pronoun? A pronoun can be taking the place of a noun. So if it's used as a subject, that's going to be your subject, is this pronoun. The first one says, many people loved Mr. Bunyan and appreciated his ministry. What is your pronoun that you're looking at? Many. Many, that's right. Is it coming before a noun? Many people. How many people? Many. It's functioning as an adjective. Many people. Number 11, some, including those in political power, despised him. All right? What is your subject? Some. Despise, that's your verb. So some is functioning not as an adjective. There's not a noun right after the word some. Some is your noun. It's functioning as a pronoun in this sentence. And number 12, such is the nature of godly salt. It irritates the wicked. And here, your pronoun is it. Not it. Such. Such is the godly nature. Such can be singular or plural. And does it have a noun right after the word such? No, here such is your subject. It's subject, verb, such is. So this word is functioning as a pronoun. All right, you guys can do number 13. Let's go to page 30. And this page is a little bit of a review of the pronouns that you have learned in this section. Just a little bit of review. Personal, you're supposed to write personal, compound, interrogative, demonstrative, relative, or indefinite on the line to indicate the name of each italicized pronoun. All right, so they have a pronoun italicized for you, and you're supposed to identify them. A little bit of review. If it's a personal pronoun, those were like he, she, it, we, you, they. There were like cases. Remember the nominative, the objective, and possessive case pronouns? Those were all personal pronouns. It's, hers, his, ours, its. Those were all personal pronouns. Okay? The interrogative pronouns, remember whose, whom, who, not who. Whose, whom, yeah, it is who. Whom, whose, who, which, and what. And what clue can we look for if they're an interrogative pronoun? They're asking a question. They're asking a question. Demonstrative pronouns were this, that, these, and those. This, that, these, and those. Those were demonstrative pronouns. Now, the only thing on the word that, if you notice, the word that can either be a demonstrative pronoun or it can be a relative pronoun. Now, do you remember what relative pronouns do? Remember, they introduce an adjective clause. So it's a clause describing a noun. Remember the clause we found, this was yesterday's work where we found the subject and the verb in the adjective clause. And those words were who, whom, whose, which, what, and that. Now these pronouns were also used as interrogative pronouns. Remember that? One time if they ask a question, they're used as interrogative. If they're not, they're introducing an adjective clause, then they're used as a relative pronoun. Okay? I know there's a lot to remember. There's also compound pronouns. Those were pronouns like himself, ourself. It was when there was two words put together, compound. Himself, ourselves, themselves, itself. Remember, they were used as a reflexive or an intensive. Jesus Christ himself. It was a trying to intensify something they were trying to say. And the indefinite are the ones we just learned today. Each, somebody, everybody, nobody, someone, several, few, both, anything, everything, nothing, something, somebody. Those are all indefinite pronouns. All right, let's do the first several together. Number 1, Mr. Bunyan was arrested for holding a church service that was not approved by the government. All right, remember, the word that can either be a relative pronoun or a demonstrative pronoun. Now let's think about it. Relative pronouns introduced adjective clauses. Demonstrative pronouns point to a particular person or thing. Mr. Bunyan was arrested for holding a church service that was not approved by the government. What does that sound like? That sounds like a clause to me. That is introducing an adjective clause. That is a relative pronoun. Relative. Number 2, the law itself. Itself. What does that tell you? Stated that every preacher had to be licensed. What word has 2 words put together? Compound. That's right, compound. Itself, himself, herself, themselves, ourselves. Those are all compound. This was a violation of religious freedom. This, certain thing. What is this called? Certain person or thing. Demonstrative, that's right, it's a demonstrative pronoun. That is why Mr. Bunyan refused a license. That, certain person or thing. Demonstrative. Number 5 yet. However, he was not the only preacher being persecuted. Okay, which pronouns are he, she, it, we, they, you, him, her? What kind of pronouns are those? Hope you guys are listening. Personal pronouns. I hope you're getting these, guys. You're going to have them on your test. You're going to need to know these guys because you are going to have them on your test. Looks like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're going to have 9 of them on your test. And tomorrow you have, that's all for your new part. Go ahead and finish what we didn't do. And then tomorrow you will have a checkup. You can go ahead and do your checkup. And then the next day you'll have a self-test. And then we will have a little bit of a review for your test before we take it. Okay, I think your test is going to be on Friday. So before you take your test, maybe I'll send over a review Thursday night. And you can watch that, watch the review, and help you study for your test. All right, guys, you are winding it down. You have done very well, and I am wishing you the very best in your test, ending the year with a good grade. I'm excited about seeing how you're doing. Y'all have done very well in this book. So finish up today and hope you have a great day.